Hello guys, welcome back to some more golden gaming. When I say gaming, but we're not going to be doing any of the sorts today. Today we're going to be watching me as I'm in the process of starting my new personal computer app. I just got this Windows working on my new computer, and I thought why not read the manual that I found on here. I think it's the manual, I'm not quite sure what it is. It says read me notepad. I'm assuming it's something important if it's asking me to read it, but I've had some complaints recently on the Golden Gaming YouTube channel that my videos aren't very stimulating, so I thought what's more stimulating than some nice reading. So I think let's just do some reading here as we set up my computer. Gotta know what to watch out for, eh? All the gamers, they want the infamous blue screen. Okay, let's read, shall we? Microsoft Windows 95 README for Microsoft Windows, August 1996. This must be a very old document. Obviously Windows might not needed to update their manuals. They must have kept pretty consistent with their computers. Okay, so copyright Microsoft Corporation, 1996. Once again, the same thing I read there. I don't have to repeat it twice. A bit egotistical if you ask me. Okay, how to use this document? It's quite interesting here. To view readme.txt on screen in Notepad, maximize the Notepad window. I think we've done that. It's rather big right now. To print readme.txt, open it in the Notepad or another word processor, then use the print command on the file menu. Okay, it's quite interesting knowledge there. It's got list of Windows 95 README files. It's good to know what to look out for if you ever need to find the right or correct README file. Let's see here. In addition to readme.txt, Windows 95 provides the following README files. config.txt contains syntax information for commands you use with your config.sys file. Okay, maybe some configurations I can do to my cool computer. This one actually has a removable RAMs, I've heard, so I'm looking forward to experimenting with that using the config menu. Well, as we got here, the display.txt provides information about how to configure and correct problems for available drivers and how to obtain additional display drivers. Ooh, that's quite interesting. So maybe that means some new monitors for my TV. It shows me some cool places to get them, or how to use, maybe I needed to use the configuration.txt file. It's quite exciting, this is. Okay, I do love a good manual. Okay, exchange.txt provides information to help you set up and run Windows messaging. Ooh. So maybe if I want to message one of my good friends with a cool emoji, I could use this to set that up. It's pretty cool, that is. Extras. I know they were including some bonus features in this computer. Extra.txt provides information about where to find additional Windows 95 files such as updates and drivers, in addition to files available only in the CD-ROM version of Windows 95. I don't think I have that version. Let's see, what's next? FAQ.txt. Now, Gordon Gamers, if you didn't know, FAQ stands for frequently asked questions. So that's probably about some questions that consumers have towards the Microsoft Corporation about maybe their new Xbox console or their new computer system. Pretty cool, that is. What's next then? General.txt provides information about startup problems, or haven't had any of them yet, so they don't get any more on any of them, I don't encounter them, but it's okay, I can use my general.txt file to figure out why I'm getting those problems. The program that comes with Windows 95 disk tools, disks and CDs, drivers, removable media, Microsoft fax and pen services. Quite interesting, that is. This file also contains last-minute information received too late to include in other readme files. For example, if you have a question about a printer, which, to be honest, I'm always using printers because I print out cool letters to send to my friends, it would be helpful to look in general.txt as well as in printers.txt. Now I get onto the hardware.txt. I'm always going to the hardware shop, buying the tools. You know, one thing to scroll past it a bit. Need to go back up to get into where's that. I get to the scrolls that grab that. And I mean, oh, what have I all gone through? Hardware, where's it called? Hardware.txt. There, no, it's got, where is it? There it is. No, yes. Okay. Provides information about new problems and workarounds for hardware. So maybe if my drill has broken, I can find an alternative for my drill. Maybe like a hammer or a screwdriver. You may also need to refer to printers.txt or mouse.txt. You don't get why you mark the mouse in this situation. They just, oh, I know, they run around and scurry and find some cheese. So maybe in my garage they found some cool tools. But last time I had mine's not that smart. Certainly not as smart as me, Gordon Gamers, not to toot my own horn, but I'm rather good at fixing things, as I mentioned before, I do believe. Okay, infrared.txt contains information about installing and troubleshooting infrared services on your computer. Not quite sure what that means, but it's useful to have. Oh, here we go, the internet.txt. I do quite like using the internet, Gordon Gamers. I upload these cool videos for you Gordon Gamers to watch. Provides information to help you connect to the internet if you haven't done so already. Also provides information about web download Microsoft's new web browser, Internet Explorer. Better pick up on a download for the games. Maybe it's quite good at uploading YouTube videos. Better look it up. I have definitely logged on to the internet before. Don't need help with that. Okay. Mailnews.txt provides information to help you install, configure and troubleshoot Microsoft Internet Mail and News. Speaking of mail, Gordon Gamers, I have recently uploaded a email account, but I won't spoil it yet, Gordon Gamers. Anyway, I'll tell you more about that in a future Gordon Gaming video. How exciting! I'm quaking in my boots to figure out what that means, but I obviously know, Gordon Gamers, but you don't. Anyway, what was I saying? Mouse.txt. Or about the mice again, maybe those will finally tell me what they're doing, scurrying around my house, finding all the cheese I've left on the floor. Provides information about known problems and workarounds specifically for mouse and keyboard problems. I didn't know the mice could play keyboard. They're quite talented mice, they are. They can play me a cool tune on the keyboard. It must be a pretty small keyboard though for the mice. They've only got tiny hands, so I don't know how they play it. Maybe they pay each other in cheese to play cool songs for each other. Anyway, what's that? MSDOSBRV.txt. No idea what that means. Contains syntax information for MS-DOS device drivers for additional help on MS-DOS commands. See config.txt. You can also use command time help at the command prompt by typing slash. Is that a question mark or a Y in the question mark? Following the command name. No idea what that meant, but you Gordon gamers are probably a lot more knowledgeable on this whole new Windows thing, so tell me in the comments section below. I've been encouraged to do that by some lovely helpful tips. You encourage people to comment. What was this? Have actually received some pretty nice comments on my Gordon Gaming YouTube channel, so thank you Gordon Gamers for those cool comments. MSN.txt provides information to help you connect to the Microsoft network. Well, I believe I'm already on the Microsoft network, but this is not what that is. It would be quite useful, that is. .txt provides information about using Microsoft NetMeeting, as well as information about name problems. Let's figure out what that is for the game. Sounds quite exciting. Maybe I can meet some new people. Maybe they've got some cool mice who play keyboard as well. Maybe we can put on a show. Network.txt provides information about installing and running network games. I haven't got my contact lenses in today. Running network servers. Okay. Maybe I can make a cool server. I believe you can do that on Minecraft, which is something I've been looking forward to playing for the first time, Gordon Gamers. So I'm going to play that on the Gordon Gaming channel rather soon. Programs.txt. Let's see this provides information and workarounds running from specific Windows-based and MS-DOS-based programs with Windows 95. So maybe if I'm struggling to run a Twitter, I can figure out how to fix that using the programs.txt. Twitter's quite a cool platform. I follow my good friend on Discord, Mr. Beast, from there on there. He posts some pretty cool things on there. I like almost all of his tweets. And also I found a cool way to make some cash, which I put in my Twitter feed. So if you've got any gamers want to know how to make a quick bit of cash, which I have done, I've not seen any of the cash yet, but I've been promised it will come. You can follow my cool method in my Twitter account. Okay, Services.txt provides information about selecting accounts with online service providers. I don't know what that means, but it's quite useful. Support.txt provides information about how to get additional support for Windows 95. Quite useful there. Maybe you can have a phone number, maybe a helpful person can help me get my computer running. And finally, tips.txt contains an assortment of tips and tricks for using Windows 95, most of which are not documented implemented an online help, or the printed book, some insider knowledge of how the Microsoft Windows 95 computer works. It's quite cool. Maybe I'll be in an exclusive club of people who know some certain cool tricks. But anyway, Gordon Gamers, that was the read-me manual Windows 95. If you thought that was quite useful for your Windows 95 computer, did not know that existed, I'm glad I can help you. Anyway, Gordon Gamers, I'm going to play my outro now, which I unfortunately have not been able to do in the past couple of videos. It's either been something exploding or catching on fire. So anyway, I'm going to press the button there, and that hopefully should play it over my screen. I can't tell, but there we go, Gordon Gamers. Have a fun time with your Windows 95 computers, Gordon Gamers. Goodbye!